Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or as I like to call it, our little corner of the internet, which is growing all the time. I'm so excited. Thank you for being here. This is a magical place. I really believe it is today, especially because it is my grandmom's birthday. So you may have noticed that I made the background pink today. That's her favorite color. And of course, I'm wearing some Eagles gear because one, they kicked butt today. Thank you guys for winning for my grandma because she absolutely loves the Eagles. So what a great day. Great show coming up. I'm really excited that you're here. I want to remind you to do your own research, of course. And we're going to go ahead and get to it. This is for entertainment purposes only, my friends. Let's go. So that's incredible. If you've never seen a volcano being hit by lightning, now you have. That is actually the Fuego volcano in Guatemala. So I made sure to look that up so we knew exactly what it was. Feel free to look into it more, but that's beautiful. Really beautiful. Thought we'd start off with something with a bang today.
The following footage is from a woman named J. Rod in Memphis, Tennessee on December 7th, 2024. She was driving down the highway when they spot something completely unusual, what she's claiming to be a UFO being transported on the back of a trailer. Now, the shape does look like a UFO, but you'll have to ask yourself, is it really a UFO being transported this easily in daylight? But then it kind of makes sense. The easiest thing to do is hide in plain sight, right? Because we're going to do exactly what we're doing now, questioning what we're seeing. With all these drone sightings all over the country, especially centering around New Jersey, makes you wonder, has one been brought down? Take a look at this and tell me what you think.
That is a spaceship like a motherfucker.
Oh, sorry.
That is a... Tell me what else that could be. That's a fucking spaceship. They found a spaceship.
My goodness. Well, I have to agree with the lady here. That is a spaceship. I'm not sure exactly, but I am reminded of a quote. The bolder the move, the less likely anybody is to question it. And I mean, really, I mean, what does it do? What does it do? She shared this. I'm sharing it. You could share it. 1,000 people. It could be all over, right? But what's really going to happen? Nothing. Nothing's going to happen. It's not going to do anything. So why not, right? This is exactly how they would transport a spaceship. Am I saying that's what it is? No. But I will say it absolutely could be. And I think we all know that. Like, where do you get, like, this cover fits it so perfectly. Like, you know how you have a specific grill and you need to get the cover for that, or a camper, and there's certain ones and they fit them like a glove? This is like model 22.68 AB spaceship cover. Ah, come on. Hold on. Doesn't want us to hear it. Come on, buddy. Hold on, we're gonna try this. Why isn't it playing it? Oh, come on. I'm gonna try one more thing really quick. And then we're just gonna move on, because that's lame. Come on, buddy. Can you guys hear it and I just not hear it? I don't know what's happening here. Oh, I know. I got it. My bad.
August 19th, 18...
Duh. The easiest fix is always the right one, isn't it? All right. We're going to start over.
I hear a crazy coincidence pertaining to history.
Please.
I saw this from a guy on TikTok. His name is Nate Hale. December 5th, 1664, a ship sank off the coast of Wales in the Menai Strait. 81 people on the ship died, and there was only one survivor, and his name was Hugh Williams. December 5th,
cute.
Same year?
1785. A ship sunk in the exact same spot. Everyone died except one person. Can you guess his name?
Hugh Williams.
Hugh Williams.
What?
August 5th, 1821. A ship sank in this same spot. One survivor.
No way.
Hugh Williams.
Thrice times?
No. August 19th, 1889. A coal barge, same spot. Except this time there was two survivors. Can you guess their name?
Huey and Hugh.
Both named Hugh Williams.
How was that possible?
It seems like this guy's like a time traveler.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta fix this. Like, I have
And
to.
he keeps
I have
going
to
back.
break the paradigm.
This sounds very Pirates of the Caribbean, if you ask me. They had me kind of until they said that there were two with the same name. I don't know if I can believe that. I don't know. To be perfectly honest, I did not look into this one. That I don't have any fact check information. Sorry, but ninjas or butterflies is usually pretty good at this stuff. So I don't know. Weird. Hey guys, just a quick reminder that I make these videos every single day of the week. So if you're enjoying the content as much as I love creating it, go on ahead and hit the subscribe button so we can stay in touch. We have an amazing community here, and I am so grateful to everybody who has helped us reach 800 subscribers. I'm in awe. I mean, I don't even know what to say. You guys are incredible. I really appreciate you, and I love what we're doing here. I feel like it gets better all the time. So I'm gonna get right back to the videos, but I just wanted to say thank you so much. Let's get to it, you amazing people. Yes, you guys are amazing. And I also want to give a shout out to Stand Up, Rise Above It All for the suggestion of verbiage change, which I really appreciate. I feel like it aligns far more with how I feel. So thank you. And this is so cool.
Did you know that Japan has a 600-year-old technique for harvesting wood without cutting down trees? It's called Daisugi. Originating in the 14th century in the Kyoto region, this method was developed to create strong, straight timber in areas where space was limited. Instead of felling trees, this technique allows trees, especially cedar trees, to be pruned in a way that encourages new, vertical shoots to grow straight out of the trunk. Here's how it works. Skilled pruners carefully trim the branches and main trunk of a cedar tree, encouraging it to grow multiple, perfectly straight shoots from the cut areas. These shoots grow like mini trees on the main tree, creating a sustainable source of timber. After about 20 years, the shoots are large enough to be harvested, while the mother tree remains alive and healthy, continuing to produce more shoots over time. This technique is not only environmentally friendly, but also yields exceptionally strong wood, often used in traditional Japanese architecture and for creating flooring and beams. Because it's dense and straight, the wood from Daisugi-grown trees is particularly valued. Plus, the pruning process is an art passed down for generations, showcasing Japan's deep respect for nature and craftsmanship. What are your views? Comment down and follow Advanceable to be the advanced version of yourself.
How incredible is that? As you may know, I used to live in Maine, and let me tell you, one of the most heartbreaking things about living there was all of the logging. They rely heavily on their logging industry, and it is just heartbreaking. It's just tear down, tear down, tear down. And I wish that we could implement something like this. We have plenty of space. They do this for a necessity of space, but we could do this on a massive scale and really save nature. I wish we would do that. Come on, guys. We have solutions. We just have to dedicate ourselves to them. We can fix it. You just have to want to.
This is one of the most powerful art pieces entitled Can't Help Myself. The robot is programmed to detect and collect hydraulic fluid that is needed to keep it running, which constantly spreads across the floor. When it first launched in 2016, the robot was full of energy and appeared almost playful. It moved with a sense of purpose, efficiently containing the liquid and even dancing for the audience when the leak was contained. As years passed, the robot's movements became slower, and the relentless task of containing the ever-spreading liquid took its toll on the machine, now appearing worn out and hopeless. Does this art piece make you feel bad for the robot?
I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, what kind of a world do we live in where you feel bad for AI or you feel bad for a robot? But let me tell you, it's compassion. And and it's just seeing the stark difference between the before and after, because obviously they don't have feelings, but they do in their own sense have, I mean, they obviously have reactions. I'm wondering if the slowing down has less to do with it getting emotionally distressed and more to do with either not getting enough of the hydraulic fluid and or not getting other maintenance that is definitely needed with this type of machinery. I mean, you can't just let it sit there and expect it to run optimized for years and years. They said 2016. Come on. Let's do some maintenance on this guy. Get him back to dancing. It's a cool concept, though, that the art piece has to do something for its own survival, dare I say. Existence. This one.
Major suppliers have been caught using a special product known as meat glue to stick together scraps of meat to sell as prime cuts. Here's Rodney Lowe's with this special investigation.
I've just got some fine diced beef and my special enzyme. I'm just going to mix it up a bit.
Why have we got the masks on?
This is dangerous. See that? Don't breathe that in.
This powder is transglutaminase enzyme, otherwise known as meat glue. Meat glues come in a number of forms, some produced by cultivating bacteria, the others, the primary ingredient comes from the blood plasma of pigs and cattle, specifically the coagulant which causes blood to clot. Ours uncooked is easy to spot the difference, but cooked is another story. Okay, so the meat glue one is on the right, and the real McCoy is on the left. And it's not just beef. Pork, lamb, fish and chicken are all stuck back together using this glue.
If this food is sold or represented as a solid piece of steak and you cook it rare, you're really leaving yourself open to get food poisoning.
And chances are, unless you're a vegetarian, you're eating it on a regular basis.
Major suppliers have been...
Well, how about that? If anybody was looking for a reason to go vegetarian, here's some vegetarian fuel for you. Oh, man. That is a shame. Just make sure you guys, I know a lot of people like their meat rare. Knowing this, it's not worth it to go that far. Just be careful. Be careful what you're eating. Be mindful. I really don't know how you get around this if this is just the way that they're doing things now. Just care about your health. Like, how do they get away with this? They have to wear masks because they can't breathe it in. Onward.
In 2001, a 13-year-old Boy Scout named Cody Clausen was hiking through Yellowstone National Park when he realized that he was lost. So Cody Clausen ends up spending 18 hours alone in Yellowstone National Park. He ends up spending the night in a cave, and that next morning leaves the cave, goes outside, and he can hear airplanes flying overhead. Cody Clausen looks for a clearing in the forest, takes his belt buckle, uses that belt buckle to reflect the sunlight and try to shine it into the view of one of the pilots. And he does. One of the pilots sees that reflection from his belt buckle and finds a place to safely land his plane. Cody Clausen gets to the plane and hears a very familiar voice saying, "Good morning." Cody Clausen, being a huge Star Wars fan, recognized that voice immediately as none other than Han Solo himself, Harrison Ford.
How about that? Imagine getting saved by Indiana Jones himself. That is awesome. And I just want to say, I looked into this. It is 100% true, very well documented, and not the only time. Harrison Ford has actually saved 2 other people from similar situations, maybe not like that. But this was in 2001. Also in 2001, he rescued a hiker. And he rescued in 2000 a stranded hiker with his helicopter. So good job. Those people may not have made it out of the forest. So that's incredible. Props, buddy.
This is what I mean when I say I have a problem with the new cars, because the new cars, they don't come up with any ideas. This car, this Jeep Willys right here, this was made for the World War, comes in a box. So like this is the plane, and it drops it. And drops it, this is how it will look like. Okay? This is how the whole parts look like. And you have to assemble it. You as a soldier, with your team, you have to assemble it, and it will take you 4 minutes. 4 minutes to take all of this. 1.5 million pieces were created of this bad boy to be used in the World War. Weight of this, overall, 1,000 kg, that's it. Imagine the vision they had to come up with and how they made everything and how the boys back in the days assemble it in 4 minutes. And now you as a man cannot even change your tire.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of...
That's incredible. I had no idea that the vehicles came from the other planes. I had no idea that they weren't assembled. I'm sure somewhere, right? I guess that has to be. I never knew. That's incredible. And they can put it together in 4 minutes. Wow. I am impressed by that. I know immense training obviously goes into becoming a soldier, especially a skilled one, but this is never a skill that they discuss with you. I know there are soldier mechanics, but you're in the middle of the forest building a Jeep. That's crazy. How cool.
Stargate, three-dimensional Stargate. It's not something that was recreated by the...
We ought to now take you on a trip.
Great, I'd love to take a trip.
Machine.
Yes.
Before we do that, let's explain how it works.
Okay.
Notice around the room we got 1, 2, 3, 4 speaker boxes.
Uh-huh.
They are connected to vacuum tube amplifiers of my special design. I call it the quantum well design. The quantum physics I deal with is the physics of electrons and light going between the parallel realities. We have 7 parallel realities, which we're one of. This physical reality we can touch.
You mean like 7 different Earth worlds?
Whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the quantum physics I work with. Now, in that, I went into a very, very deep study of electrons between the conductive state, which is a particle, and the vacuum state, which is a wave. You look at it as the particle is a little ball. And when it gets launched into a vacuum, since there's no atoms to jump from to, it unrolls itself and becomes like a sheet traveling through the vacuum. A massless, thicknessless sheet traveling.
Interesting. So this video, I made it bigger so we could all read, but essentially he used vacuum tubes to access parallel realities, supposedly. I don't know his name. I wish I did. I'll try and figure it out if anybody's interested. It's very interesting the things that people through science are coming up with that obviously are scientific, but it's almost like the more they're figuring out, the more we can bridge the gap between science and, if you want to call it, spirituality. Because a lot of the stuff it's the things, the parallel realities, the other dimensions, the beings that we can't see that exist, all of that stuff really, I think, ties to just a higher power. So this is the kind of thing that, to me, begins to bridge that like science versus, you know what I'm saying.
Go for it. Okay, that device you see plugged into the iPhone, that's my video transmitter. Now this is my video repeater. Basically it takes any video signal coming out of the iPhone and it boosts it, enhances it. And I can take over any other video signal that I want that I put this close to. So what we're filming on the iPhone right now, I'm gonna put on one of these screens. I'm gonna give you a demonstration of how this works.
that's pretty incredible technology. And I know there's someone out there who's going to say that's not that special. It's just this or that. But I think it's special. I think it's cool. Very neat. All right. We're going on to the good news. And in honor of my grandmom's birthday, we have 2 good news clips for you because they're so awesome. And honestly, I couldn't choose as well.
A flock of ducks has decided to sleep in the middle of an English town every night, so neighbors are now taking...
One sec, guys. I'm sorry. But this is not for the same reason. Okay.
To sleep in the middle of an English town every night, so neighbors are now taking shifts on duck patrol, making sure the little waddlers make it safely to and from their river each morning and evening. The flock of around 30 ducks has chosen a cobblestone parking lot in Thirsk as their preferred sleep spot for the past 2 months, possibly as a way to avoid predators that hunt overnight by the river where they spend their days. But getting to this parking lot requires waddling through town and crossing a few busy streets, making it a risky journey. After witnessing a few close calls and noticing that the ducks take the same route at the exact same time every day, some neighbors decided that they'd become duck crossing guards, and a woman named Jody created a social media group dedicated to the cause. Thirsk residents are very passionate about their wildlife, and the group grew to over 1,500 members overnight. Now, neighbors take turns walking the ducks from the river to the parking lot every evening at 8:30 p.m. and even set up cones around them to make their presence more visible. The so-called duck wardens then wait with the ducks through the busy parts of each night, ensuring that nobody disturbs them, with some volunteers even staying until 2 a.m. on weekends. Then a new group of duck wardens comes back at 6:30 the next morning to escort them back to the river. They plan to continue as long as the ducks keep spending their nights in the town center, and they're currently working with city council to put up duck crossing signs. I'm Jen, and I post something positive every day.
Well, thank you, Jen. I thought that was so heartwarming and so sweet. I love that the whole community came together to watch after these little ducks. Look how precious. And here's our other happy clip. Super happy clip.
Oh, hey. This guy just comes and hangs out with my grandma every so often. We think it's my grandpa because, you know, why wouldn't it be? Yeah. Look it, there's my grandma. And every time he sees her, he just starts talking. Dang it, this lighting. Seriously, the coolest thing.
I just can't get over those eyes.
I know.
First of all, that is definitely her grandpa. That is so sweet. What a precious thing. What a sweet bond. And second of all, the girl who explained that had like the sweetest voice. I could tell she loves her grandmom too. So that's amazing. I just want to say thank you guys for being here. I think today was one of my favorite shows that we've ever done. I don't know. I just feel really joyous about it and about you guys. I just keep, you know, I just don't know what to say. With every milestone we reach, I mean, every depth of my heart knows it's all because of you and feels so much gratitude. So I hope you all have the most amazing day, such a great night, enjoy work, have a great time with your family, hug your pets, hug everyone you can that you love, remind them that you love them, and let's just keep being positive because that's the only way we're going to fix anything, right? With a positive heart. So let's go out there and do that. Let's go do good things. Good night, guys. I want to say happy, happy, happy birthday to my amazing grandmom. The best woman in the entire universe. And I want to say I love my family and you guys are so supportive and wonderful, and just good night. I love you guys. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow.